Welcome in, Clipper Nation. I'm Adam Osland. We get your pregame show starting here at Intuit Dome. Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets. You guys want to see Nikola Jokic as I test out the chat? He's at the free throw line currently. I got moved all the way down here, so I'm closer to the wall, which I don't mind. Not one bit. Let's go. Oh, then there's this guy. Trying. What is going on here?
You're being a diva withholding his stuff.
Why is
You're preventing Carlo from doing great work right
I'm not
now.
preventing anything.
Yeah, I think you are.
There's no TikTok video being
Oh my
made
god!
right
Oh wow! Wow! Now he puts his headphones. You don't say anything.
What do you say?
now. I said
What
I'm
nothing,
not
dude.
preventing you doing a TikTok.
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
Used to be my homie. Used to be my ace.
Wow. This guy didn't ask to be in a TikTok last week, though.
Who? Me?
You?
I think you should ban him.
I was barely in it.
Oh my god! Wow!
Big Bro got like.
And what's wrong with that?
Big Bro got the biggest line.
And what's wrong with that?
The TikTok was about Big Bro bringing the equipment to the game.
I must have misunderstood. I thought it was about me.
Hate to break it to you, Adam. Not everything's about you, sir.
Well, then things need to change.
Oh, don't worry, I'm leaving.
Wow.
Jeez.
We're live.
I don't care.
Jeez
Dominic
Louise.
Carter said, "Let's go Clippers. Let's go, Big Bro."
Yeah, I like that one.
That's the other voice you're hearing currently. Carlo Jimenez is also on the microphone.
Oh, hey, guys.
There he goes. That was his mic warm up.
I'm so excited to be on here with Double A.
I don't know what that impression is of, but I don't like it.
It's one of your best. I think you should do a whole quarter like that, bro.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
After you got
Harden for three. Oh, yeah.
if you got hit in the family jewels, it might sound like that.
I need to get a better charger.
Hit the helium. You get a better phone, bro. It's called Pixels. That's where it's at.
What now?
Pixels.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over your green text message bubbles.
Pixel. Wow.
Are those green?
Hey, here's the inconsiderate guy texting with the green bubbles.
Green bubbles?
Jay says Wingstop is ordered. Clippers pregame talk is on. Let's go Clippers.
Oh, wait. What's Jay ordering? That's what I want to know.
What's it going to take to get back in the win column tonight, Double A? You giving us some wings. That's what's going to take.
Is the DoorDash order for us?
If it's Parmesan garlic, I think it's for me.
Are you getting boneless or bone in?
Bone in, traditional.
I like wings, but they're so messy.
So you just want nuggets instead.
No, I don't get. I just don't
Basically
get.
what you're saying.
I just don't get either.
I eat with one hand, nachos and wings, because I hate my hands being dirty.
Right?
Yep, I use one hand.
That's the only way to do it.
Yep. Adam's just uncivilized.
What?
What I say? Oh, are we on chat? My bad.
I didn't say I ate with two hands.
I've seen you eat.
Earlier, I had a bag of Doritos. Used one hand.
Yeah, we didn't pay for those
Look
either.
small, one hand.
I'm gonna tell the truth about Adam on his chat.
Someone's got to cut off the engineer's microphone, but the problem is it is the engineer.
Jeez Louise.
Cut yours off easily.
Yeah, hang on now.
You know what? I'll do you a favor. I'll stop talking now.
Guys, that's Big Brother Jake Warner. If you didn't know, Big Brother Jake Podcast One Network. Final episode was a couple of months ago.
Big
Maybe
brother.
he'll come
Oh,
back.
it's Eli. What's up, Eli?
But Eli's wondering why I'm so far away.
You didn't have to go. You just had to scoot down. You didn't have to go
Yeah,
chair down.
he wants to go
That's
and
what
make
you
it.
said.
He made it so dramatic.
No, I said,
You said.
I said, can you,
I'm gonna move my chair.
Move to the
no, no, you-
They don't
past the
like me no
partition
more.
to a new table.
No.
That's what I heard.
no.
If I had my just one
You
baby,
don't know what it's like having to deal with these guys,
No.
Kate.
Oh my God.
Katie,
Katie's
we,
really
we'd
loud.
all prefer that.
Wow. Is Katie super loud to you guys or just me?
No, maybe it's just you. Hold on. She sounds just perfect to me, actually.
Angelic.
Yep. The best. Best in the business.
Because Satan started as an angel too.
Wow. Now you're calling her the devil.
I didn't say that.
No, you. Oh yeah, you said Satan.
Could you turn me up ever so slightly?
Oh my God.
What? I'm just trying to have a good show here.
Keep trying. Yeah, he will.
Is it December? Yeah, it is actually. Let's see here. Now I feel bad. Check 1 2. I'm sorry. I called mine earlier. I called my grandma earlier. Guess what? She didn't pick up.
Oh
grandma,
wait, it's Adam.
Grandma sent me to voicemail.
Send it to voicemail.
Times are hard when grandma's sending you to voicemail. It's cool on the stationary cruise.
Yeah. Oh, Santa hats.
Some nice headphones. Very nice headphones. Those are like the industry standard.
Those are really nice.
Look premium to me.
He forgets that I control his microphone.
I think you should cut him off right when he
I
starts.
think Carlo could come in and out of breaks, no problem.
Hey, you know what?
I have
If I'm not wanted here,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna see who's in charge, and I'm gonna make it happen.
wow.
Wow. It's contentious.
Sounds about right. I knew there was a snake in the grass.
Oh wow, it's not me.
I don't know about Jake.
I've been the biggest advocate.
To get rid of me.
No, no, never that.
How is Jokic averaging 37 minutes a game? It's a lot of minutes.
Guys, we're about make it 7 minutes away from tip-off. Excuse me, from your pregame show tipping off.
Oh, tip-off's in 5 minutes?
Tip-off is an hour and 7 minutes
nobody's
away.
here to see.
Yeah, well, this is going to be awkward. Well, we can make it up. We're on radio,
Yeah,
theoretically.
theater of the mind.
Yeah. Guys, there's not a seat left.
Jordan Miller, 100-point game.
That would be so fun. That's what Vince used to always tell me. He'd be like, just say it goes in. How are they going to know? You're not wrong.
Katie, guess who's not coming to the party on Saturday? No, of course
She already knows. You're trying to break
gonna be
news
there.
that she knows already. Stop.
Katie, are plus ones allowed?
Is Aaron Gordon playing?
Yeah, I would assume so.
He's not coming to the party.
He
though.
goes from doubtful this morning to questionable to playing.
That's correct. He did the exact same thing last year,
Yep.
and it was against us. Oh, maybe then your neighbors could stop telling you to not do. Yeah, then you could do Clipper stock after dark in the morning.
It is tempting.
Clipper stock. It's the next day.
I am going 24/7. One of these days.
At least do it for charity.
You're gonna do
24 hours straight.
You're gonna do like the Kai Cenat. You could do a 30-day one.
I'm gonna do 24 hours straight if they win the championship.
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't. say it.
Chargers get one win and they get a little bit of winning.
Actually, we have 8 wins, Adam.
Yeah,
How them
well,
Carolina Panthers doing?
They're going for the number 1 pick. They're doing great.
Oh, that's fantastic. Boom.
Wow. Chad, are you enjoying this smack talk?
So the Chargers going to Katie's house? Yeah. Dude, Bishaw's got a nice office back there. He's got all of his rings and a little thing. Oh, they're probably replicas, but
We're live.
Looks cool. What? I'm not saying it bad.
If we're live, we can say bad things about Adam, though. I'm down.
What else is new?
So everybody in the chat, who's
At
down for
least
me
you
to
say it
diss
to my
Adam?
face for once.
For once? I get mad when I don't get to say it to your face. I won't say it till then.
We're probably gonna see these guys again, huh?
Probably.
This is
When's tip off, Adam? I got confused.
Hour and 4 minutes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 4 minutes from now.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
Yeah, okay. We're live, guys.
Where do you get your cuts? It's a good cut.
Same place we get those awesome headphones.
Oh, Sweetwater, Amazon.
Yeah. I call it an Amazon drone. They drop off a stylus in my place.
I want to put up a poll question. Who wants to hear Adam?
A what lifter? Oh, there he is. Hasn't played since November 4th, but playing in LA.
Gotta play in the hometown, man.
Aaron Gore is playing, guys.
He's from the
So is
Bay,
Norman
though.
Powell.
He's from the Bay.
BAE.
No, that's what you are to me on Valentine's Day.
Wow. Chat, I'm cutting this part out afterwards.
I think you should leave it in. Matter of fact, you should make it a promo. I know how to do that.
I got a promo already.
I know how to do that.
Yeah, we know. We hear it all day long. Adam, thanks.
Well, go talk to Bob Smith. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some words with him. It's been a minute since we talked.
Wow.
I love
You
Bob.
still have his number?
Oh yeah, I do. Bob and I are pretty cool with each other.
So I heard.
You can hear what you want. You need to get your ears clean, homie. Don't battle me. You'll lose.
Who are the Chargers playing next week? Just wondering.
This is a setup.
They're playing the Chiefs. Yeah. No one cares. Quarterback sucks.
That's
Offensive
fine.
line sucks. Defense sucks.
It's called a rebuild. You guys know about that.
Yeah, I mean, look at us now. You're looking. Yeah.
You build a house of cards is what you guys built.
No, you're building your roots on quicksand. Stop it. I'll stop talking now.
Didn't I see that
Guys, we're starting 1 minute here.
those tickets were like $10 earlier this year?
I need everyone to shut up.
Right. I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
I thought I heard be quiet, not shut up. Did I hear be quiet? I know I heard be quiet. If I heard shut up, your audio might be bad all night long.
That's USLA.
Well, it is anyway.
You see what I have to deal with, chat? Constant threats.
Oh, there's no threats.
False accusations.
You're the instigator, and then you're like Drake. I'm gonna sue.
I even brought Jake water earlier, and this is what happens.
The first time in how long? Ever? Thank you. As I've done it about 100 times, but once for you is enough. Thank
Well, there's a ratio for a reason.
you. Oh my God. I'm gonna watch football. I don't want to start. I want to go home.
Chad, here we go.
Bang.
Welcome into Clippers Countdown as your 12-9 LA Clippers return home after a successful 4-game road trip. And now the 4-game homestand starting tonight against the Denver Nuggets, a team that has had their number going back to the bubble, but the Clippers did get their first win of the season over them in Denver and somehow survived a Nikola Jokic 41-point game where he had a career-high 7 made threes. Unfortunately, they would not survive against a hungry Timberwolves team on Friday night where the Clippers had their chances late but couldn't execute well enough down the stretch as they would fall 93-92 in Minnesota. Here was Coach Lue post-game, though, finding some positives in a game they were down by as many as 11 in and how they were still able to have a chance to win late. A game versus Denver won't make things much easier on the Clippers, but being home and playing in front of their fans and the wall here could be just the edge they need to get them a victory tonight. Tip time between your Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets from Intuit Dome is just about 59 minutes away. Coming up, you're going to hear from assistant coach Brian Shaw, plus Tomer Zarli from Clutch Points will be here. But up next is your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Chat, if I told you what Big Brother Jake Warren just did, you'd be aghast.
Hey. Stop it.
Stop it? Did you guys hear that? Where's my place?
I would say it, but the chat's listening.
Wow.
I don't want them to turn against you. They're the best.
Oh, thanks, Katie.
Luckily,
My man does great work.
chat, just so you guys remember, you can't hear Katie. You're blessed.
No, actually, your ratings would go up.
Ratings.
Anyone know what our numbers are? No. All right.
We'll never find out again after.
So we really don't know.
You can ask Blackmore.
Blackmore would know.
Okay.
He may take a minute to tell you, but he knows.
I'm going to recommend a show not to watch. It's called The Perfect Couple. Awful. Clippers back home here at Intuit Dome, taking on the Denver Nuggets. Tip-off just about 57 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. You're listening to the official pregame show of your Los Angeles Clippers. This is Clippers Countdown. Still to come, you're going to hear from assistant coach B. Shaw, Brian Shaw, but joining the show right now is your radio voice of the Clippers, and Carlo Jimenez. Carlo, how we doing?
Adam, I got closer to you, so better. I'm doing good.
Wish I could say the same.
Wow. Wow.
Just having some fun up
Nice.
here as the old gang is back together.
We are. The old gang. It's been a good day because we weren't able to jab at each other for a whole week, guys. So now you get a behind the scenes of what it looks like when we're back together.
We caught up very quickly. Let's talk about this Clippers team. They were able to catch up after being down by 11 in Minnesota, but eventually they fell late. There was some clock management, curious moves going on late. There was also just a Clippers team that had a couple of unforced turnovers, unfortunately. But they still showed a lot of heart out there. They did battle. They were taking on a desperate Minnesota Timberwolves team. And there were still plenty of positives to take away from that loss to the T-Wolves.
I think I 100% agree with you. You'll hold Minnesota to 93 every single time you play them. If that's the result you're going to get on the defensive end, that's what the Clippers did. I mean, they forced turnovers all game long. They were aggressive. They came back down 10 twice in that game, Adam, to overcome 2 10-point deficits and at one point take a lead late. Showed a lot of fight out of that group. I think there's so many positives to take away. At the end of a 4-game road trip, you gave it everything you got. And look, you just slipped. I mean, let's be honest. Chris Dunn slips on the hardwood. If he stays on his feet, the Clippers have an opportunity to come away with a win in that ball game. They had the momentum. They had just gotten the stop. So I'm not too worried about how things finished. in there in Minnesota, because overall, Adam, the process was excellent in that game.
Yeah, and I know Chris Dunn had a couple of tough moments late, but where would the Clippers be without him so far this season? He leads them in the plus-minus on the year by a wide margin.
Yeah.
He's plus 111 out there in about 500 minutes. He has been fantastic, and I do expect him to bounce back tonight.
No doubt about it. I know people on Clippers talk were saying we should trade Chris Dunn, and you know that new Kendrick song where he goes, "What they talk about?"
Mustard! Oh, that one?
No. What he goes, what are they talking about? They talk about nothing. That's what you guys were talking about. Nothing in that one. Chris Dunn has been the tone setter on the defensive end. Let's be honest, for this Clipper team, he has been aggressive. He gives every ounce of energy he has, and I wouldn't be surprised if he bounced back. He's been a great shooter here at home for this Clipper team this season. He's been doing more than I think anyone expected. Even Ty Lue was asked pregame in Minnesota, has Chris Dunn been a better defender than you thought? And he said, yeah, I thought he was a good defender. I learned he's a great defender with the way he plays on ball, off ball. He's able to get underneath the guy's skin, but play discipline on the defensive end. I mean, how many times have Chris Dunn have a bad foul on the defensive end? Almost never. And you pointed it out before the season started. He is a disciplined defender, and we're seeing that out of him.
Yeah, he's different from Patrick Beverley in that way, where Pat Bev might cheat over a little too much. Sometimes he may gamble for some steals. Chris Dunn is very disciplined. Now, I love Patrick Beverley. You know this, chat, here on Clippers Talk. But Chris Dunn brings some of what Patrick Beverley did and a little bit of some of his own stuff. We're lucky to have him here with Clipper Nation. Lucky to have Big Zoo on this team as well. He was thriving in that game against Rudy Gobert. Big Zoo ended up 8 of 9 from the field, was 16 and 13, basically where he's been averaging, or the points he's been averaging in rebounds so far this season.
Yeah.
But some of the moves and the array of moves he used against Rudy Gobert, that was a special performance. Zoo got into his bag a little bit.
I mean, that's the reigning defensive player of the year, the 4-time defensive player of the year, and it was straight barbecue chicken. Ivica Zubac was licking his fingers after the game at him because he just wanted to make sure he got all of it. He dominated against Rudy Gobert on the offensive end. Ivica Zubac has taken a step forward because he's had more volume this year, but I think we can all agree, Adam, his skill set on the offensive end has also taken a step forward this season. He's showing off moves. He's looking more comfortable. He's not rushed in the paint, and he's getting to his spot with a lot of ease. Being a top rebounder in the NBA and leading the NBA in hook shot field goal percentage and hook shots made per game when he gets to that right hand. As he said after last game, it's over. It's over for the defense when I get to my right hand. And Ivica Zubac continuing to show that as he flips up a 20-foot right-handed hook shot and buries it at the top of the key. I think we can get behind some of that. Here on the YouTube Live at Clippers Talk, you're watching it go to work right now. Ivica Zubac throwing up the 20-foot hook shots. Adam, for this Clipper team, Ivica Zubac has been a key, and he continues to be a key. Let's see if they can continue to feed him on the offensive end.
Going to be a fun battle tonight. Big Zoo and Jokic have had a few of them. Tonight, the setting is here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 53 minutes away. Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets, and up next, Carlo has his one-on-one interview with assistant coach Brian Shaw right here on your Los Angeles Clippers audio network. What up, chat? Is the sound coming through all right, Bonesaw? Is the sound okay, guys? I don't know what Big Bro's up to sometimes.
Man, this guy, you don't know what I'm capable of.
Oh, Jake, we're good. Joss says yes. We're fine, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I know we're good. Believe me.
People were asking who the disembodied voice was earlier. Here's Big Bro. Carlo. Eli.
What's up, chat? Oh, I control him no matter. I'd troll with my name. I don't care.
Guys, that was actually my twin brother. I'm going to do my B Shaw interview.
You better hurry.
See you guys.
Good thing we're so close to the locker room. Appreciate you, chat. Chat, I know you wouldn't let these people lie on my name. Did Russ go over? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wouldn't go that far. Were you there? Besides you? Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 51 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. You're listening to the official pregame show of your LA Clippers. This is Clippers Countdown. Still to come, we'll go back in time and Clippers Rewind. But first, we're heading back over to your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez. Am I down? Brian Shaw talking about James Harden and how well he's anticipating some of those steals, some of those deflections he's been getting. As I think he had 5 against the Timberwolves. Yeah, 5 steals. Brian Shaw talking about Jokic, saying he's someone that maximizes what he has. Not the most athletic, not the most talented, but high IQ, good feel for the game. Says he doesn't ever really force the issue. He takes what the defense gives you. He can pick you apart with his passing. He's got counter moves. He can shoot it past the three-point line, so you got to respect him out there. He can make plays off the dribble if you try to close in on him. A guy like Jokic, you got to make him work as hard as you can. Nuggets are notorious for starting off slow but finishing strong. Thinks that could be in Denver because the altitude could be taking its toll on the opposition. B. Shaw says it would be helpful, of course, for us to get off to a good start and have them playing from behind. B. Shaw thinks it's an advantage that you don't know who's going to step up for the Clippers each and every night. B. Shaw talks about getting back, getting our defense set because we're so good with our half-court defense. Those are keys. There was assistant coach Brian Shaw with Carlo Jimenez pregame as we're just about 45 minutes away from tip-off here at Intuit Dome. It's the Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets, and coming up next here on Clippers Countdown, we're going back to 2018 in Clippers Rewind. You're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Amin bringing up some good points in here. Joss, that is the show with Nicole Kidman. The perfect couple. And it is trash. And I'm almost done with it. As I'm about to finish it, because I'm an idiot. I got in too deep and I had to finish the show. Carlo, Aaron Gordon starting.
What? Aaron Gordon starting? Oh my gosh, dude.
I just got a text about it.
I'm going to give
Hey,
you
who's starting for the Clippers?
Norman. Pow.
But who's going to be out?
Amir.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I'm worried about this second unit.
Well, you're live, so.
I don't think that's a negative thing. They're just KPJ handles the ball so much. Be interesting.
If Bones actually gets minutes, I feel good about that.
That's
if he gets
true.
real
That's
minutes
true.
tonight.
I think if Bones gets good minutes, I think he could lock in and be a very big positive for them.
Against his former team, I like that.
I don't think he forgets what was said about him when he left.
No. He and Jamal Murray got bad blood. Bad blood. I mean, why is Aaron Gordon back, bro? WTF.
Mood.
Yeah, we all said the same thing. I mean, Dan said, beautiful arena. I went there to watch opening night against the Suns during my vacation in LA, living in the Boston area. Hope everyone doing great. And let's get that dub. Clippers and Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 42 minutes away. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up here on Clippers Countdown, we'll get to your player to watch. But first, we're going back in time in Clippers Rewind. Back to February 27th of 2018. The first Black Panther movie was #1 at the box office. One of my favorite Marvel films. God's Plan by Drake, one of my favorite Drake songs, was at the top of the Billboard charts before he got bodied by Kendrick. And the Clippers were down 19 in Denver, only to come back after they unleashed the secret weapon, Boban Marjanovic. Bobby Ball was in effect. He had 18 points and 6 boards in 15 minutes off the bench, and would help spark a 19-point comeback for the Clippers to eventually win 122-120 over the Nuggets in Denver. That was back in February of 2018. Clippers and Nuggets tonight here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off just 40 minutes away. And coming up next, your player to watch right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. I'm going to bed and my mom, I'm sorry. Is that okay that we play Drake there? Big bro?
He's still a good artist. He's just a crybaby.
Wow. Norm is back. I mean, why is it always against us? First Porzingis, now it's Gordon. Jay's got T-Man as his player to watch. Carlo, what was that number you had? Denver first half? So, guys, I guess.
Want to keep up the Clippers all season long? Let's next. Send by texting Clippers to 213-577-1833.
Guys, do I have a stat for you coming up?
The Intuit Dome app is powered by AT&T. Be sure to complete your full profile to unlock the full Intuit Dome.
Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets. Here at Intuit Dome, tip-off just 38 minutes away. Welcome back. I'm Adam Oslin. You're listening to Clippers Countdown. Coming up, we'll have Tomer Azarli on from Clutch Points, but first, I got my eyes on Big Zoo after he had 16 and 13 in Minnesota Friday night. I just want to see him get more shots up tonight against Nikola Jokic. Zoo's coming off a game where he was 8 for 9 from the field. If you're 8 for 9, if you're cooking like that, I think he started 4 or 5, then you got to get that guy the basketball a little bit more. And he's been very good in matchups against Nikola Jokic. In fact, earlier this season, when they won in Denver, he had 24 and 15, got 17 shots up. I want to see a similar number of attempts, 15 plus, let's say, for Big Zoo in this ball game, because you got to make Nikola Jokic have to work on the defensive end to slow down his offense. And that's something Big Zoo can do. Clippers, Nuggets, here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off 36 minutes away. Up next, your injury report right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. I'm with you, Kevin. I hope Bones gets the opportunity tonight and makes the most of it. Oh, my God. I just saw Aaron Gordon miss a dunk, guys. He may not be healthy. Aaron Gordon just missed a dunk and had a smile on his face afterwards. That was hilarious. What up? You guys want to see Brian Seaman? He's over there. Ryan Seaman says hello. Brian Seaman gave you guys the salute, Clipper Nation. Coming up, your injury report. Let's just say there are some surprises here.
Be a part of the action all season long with a season membership. Enjoy ultimate flexibility. Attend each game in the same great seats. Share with friends or even resell your camp.
Let's be happy Norman Powell is back, because last time out against Denver, he had 37 on 21 shots. He was ridiculously efficient. He outdueled Nikola Jokic. That happened in Denver. I'm not kidding. Where's Tomer? I'm going to text him. Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets. Tip-off from Intuit Dome is 34 minutes away. I'm Adam Oslin. This is Clippers Countdown. Coming up, we got Tomer Ozarli coming on from Clutch Points. But first, let's get to your injury report. As always, it's brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code KLAC to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Norman Powell returns from the left hamstring injury tonight for the Clippers. Still without Kawhi Leonard, of course, but Aaron Gordon is back after being doubtful earlier today, questionable later in the day. Just got word about 20 minutes ago that Aaron Gordon is returning from his calf injury. He has missed about a dozen games for this Denver Nuggets team, but he's back tonight against the Clippers. He is a tough matchup and one of those guys that Nikola Jokic loves to find in the short roll for a couple of oops, even when he's throwing the ball behind his head. Eyes in the back of his head, that's what Nikola Jokic has going on. That connection with him and Aaron Gordon is unbelievable. Tip-off 33 minutes away. Coming up, we got Tomer Ozarli coming on from Clutch Points right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. I don't know, guys. I don't see Tomer. He ditched me like Jake wants to.
I tried calling in sick, but nobody wanted to work with you.
Wow. Well, that tracks.
He said, all right, I guess I'll work.
That's Big Brother Jake Warner, guys. Hate.
Tomar's right there.
Is he coming up?
Yes.
We got eyes on Tomer. Big Bro's good for something. I can't talk, guys. He turned off my microphone. Okay, it's back now. It was off. It was off. Oh, here comes Tomer. Look at Tomer. Look at Big T. T to the O to the M. To the E to the R to the Z to the N. Yeah, I spelled that. Tomer's sweating. My guy went up the flight of stairs. It's pretty high up here. And I did text him, ready, so he probably started running.
No, I was ready.
I felt bad.
No, I was ready.
Did
I
I
was just
make
talking to a few people downstairs.
I thought I made the text sound like, we're on. Welcome back into Intuit Dome. Tip-off is just 30 minutes away as we get set for the Clippers hosting the Denver Nuggets. I'm Adam Oslin. This is Clippers Countdown. Coming up here on our pregame show, we'll get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. But first, Tomer Azarli is joining us from Clutch Points. At Tomer Azarli is where you find him on Twitter and on Sky Blue. Is that right?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky. You can tell I'm on it.
Sky blue. Interesting.
The sky is blue, grass is green. Aaron Gordon's back against the Clippers after being out for like 3 weeks, of course, right? This is what happens to the Clippers. I got people in the chat here on the Clippers talk side on YouTube saying, why does this always happen to us? Kristaps Porzingis comes back with Boston. Of course, against the Clippers, it's happening again tonight. But before we get to Aaron Gordon here, I want to ask you about that last outing. And late in that ball game, what transpired down the stretch? Because I felt like maybe there was some clock management issues at the end of that game where the Clippers elected not to foul Tomer. How did you read that final possession or two with the Clippers in Minnesota on Friday night?
I don't think it was necessarily like a clock issue. I think they just they didn't secure a rebound. When you looked at it, I think like they still had about a 2.5 second. I think you can make a case for fouling.
Can you?
But they had 2.5 seconds as a difference. And once the shot was missed, you had about 2 seconds. And the Wolves went early, if I'm not mistaken. Mike Conley took the shot a little bit early.
Yeah, but if
So
he
they
didn't, they would have no time to get the rebound.
Yeah, but the Clippers defense has been playing that well that entire day. And if they scored a 2, then you still have time and you're down 3. The only thing was no threes at that point. So
Yeah, but if Mike Conley just runs out the clock and takes it at the end of the shot clock,
they
by
have
the
about a
time
second
it
and a half, 2
bounces off,
seconds.
I don't think, no, they don't.
Oh, you're saying run the clock out, then take a shot?
If he takes it at the end of the shot clock, like he probably should have, the Clippers would not have time to get the rebound. The game would have been over.
Well,
Or if he makes the 3, they're up by 4 and the game is over. So
neither of those two things happened. They had a chance to get a
they
rebound.
got lucky.
They got lucky. It is what it is, though. I think once they gave up the offensive rebound, it was kind of just frantic. It was a frantic situation. I thought they were going to foul personally, but especially when Rudy had that ball.
So
but
did Chris Finch.
Yeah, I understood why they didn't. Defense has been playing well. You forced them in an early shot. It worked. You got to stop. You just didn't get the rebound and the game was over. So tough ending. I said it was kind of what a strange ending to that game. It was just Chris Dunn had a couple great defensive rebounds, and then I think one time he passed it off KPJ's back. KPJ wasn't looking. The other time he just slipped on a wet spot, lost the ball out of bounds, or lost the ball to the Wolves. So just one of those things, man. I mean, you played well all game, and Wolves got a couple breaks at the end.
And Chris Dunn has been so good for this Clippers team. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but a couple of mistakes do not negate how important he has been for them, especially since he got into the starting lineup. He's been that good this season, Chris Dunn, for the Clippers.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw a few. Whatever. I'm not going to acknowledge those people. Yeah, Chris Dunn's been fantastic. Again, point of attack defense has been such a big issue for this team the last couple of years. Anytime a guy like De'Aaron Fox came into the building, you definitely had I think some fear that he was going to have his way. And so no, I mean Chris Dunn's been fantastic. I think if you ask him, he'd probably like to lock down all of his threes. But he's been solid for them so far this season. I think providing them with another ball handler, another kind of a catch and shoot guy, another playmaker in that first unit alongside James Harden, where James doesn't have to do everything. And now that Norm's back, which I'm sure we'll talk about, and adds another guy that can take some pressure off of James as well as Chris. I think it'll be a balance there. So, Chris has been fantastic. One turnover doesn't really negate everything you've done throughout the season. I don't think anyone had the Clippers winning 12 of their first 20 games. No one in their right mind. I didn't. And so give credit where credit is due. Chris Dunn's been a big part of that and shocking everyone. I think he'll continue to be a big part of that.
Without KPJ tonight for the first time this season, do you expect to see Bones Highland get some run out there during consequential minutes?
It's actually interesting because Norm comes back the same game that KPJ exits. And so, in theory, you kind of just add a guy in Norm and then remove a guy in KPJ. You probably just plug Jordan Miller in. But that's not the same position. I think they desperately needed, Kevin's ball handling, maybe shot creation. That second unit has not had that outside of KPJ really. So I could see Bones entering the lineup for sure. I think he should be given a chance again because the Clippers don't really have that guy. But Norm comes back. I don't know how that affects Jordan's minutes exactly. I'd be curious to see what Ty does here. Maybe alternate some of the units a little bit. Maybe Chris plays more point guard with some of the second unit and also has Jordan playing in there. So I'm curious to see how the Clippers kind of navigate it. Ty didn't really want to get, too into it. His classic line, I can't remember, was given about what his plan is for tonight. So we'll see. I think everything's on the table. I'll say that.
It's his catchphrase. We love him for it. So Ivica Zubats went 8 of 9 and was absolutely cooking Rudy Gobert with some really tough moves. I felt like maybe he could have got the basketball even more. He's been good career-wise against Nikola Jokic. Do you expect the Big Zoo to get more opportunities tonight?
I mean, absolutely. Zoo's arguably having an all-star season. I mean, I think the defensive numbers, on the stat sheet haven't been as prolific as they have been in past years. But I think that's just a product of him doing a lot more offensively. But two, the Clippers have not had to funnel as much to him. And he actually joked about this in the preseason. We talked about, hey, your block numbers are a little lower. What you're not deflecting as many shots over there. And he's like, well, yeah, we have Chris Dunn and Derek Jones Jr. doing all the work for us. And so, again, guys like Terrence Mann have also done a great job. James has played well. So they've had a lot of really good guys playing solid defense where Zoo hasn't had to do as much. So, I expect to see another, solid offensive game. I think he had, if I'm not mistaken, a 2010 game against the Nuggets last time they played.
Yeah.
I think that was the third game of the year. Yeah, he was having a great start of the year. So, keep going to him. I think the key is just not shying away from him after a turnover or two, or stuff like that, because he's shown the ability to play make, to create for himself. We've seen the fake handoff, drive to the basket. We saw the dream shake on Rudy Gobert of all people, and the bucket. So clearly, he's someone who is comfortable, confident, and more than able to get that done. So keep going to him.
Somebody else playing with a little bit more confidence, especially with his shot right now, that would be Nico Batum. He knocked down 4 3-pointers against the Minnesota Timberwolves Friday night. That is a season high. Went 4 of 7 overall, and all 7 of his takes were from beyond the arc. Is Nico starting to find his sea legs a little bit here after playing so much this summer with Team France? And is he just getting a little bit sharper right now?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I mean, I think, look, they're not asking him to do too much. I mean, I think we've seen him rest on the second half of games when they have a back-to-back. They've had a brutal schedule, so and you have to remember this is his 17th season or something like that. So he's been up there. Yeah, I mean, he's starting to find his leg. That shot, I think, is very consistent. The quick release, the no dip threes we've seen him do. So I think the numbers show. I don't really have them on me, but I know that the on-off numbers for him whenever he's on, Clippers are outplaying their opponents whenever he's on, and there's a good reason for that. He's a very high IQ guy. I think we saw it against Philly. He had that little tip pass to KPJ for a floater. He had the a little bounce pass off the offensive rebound to Mo Bamba. So he's a high IQ player, not really high maintenance, does whatever you need him to do. And I think we're continuing to see that. So the shot will fall. I think the shot really isn't, something of concern to him. We've seen him knock down thousands of shots or hundreds of shots in his career. So hopefully he keeps going, though. That's for sure.
James Harden talked about his shooting struggles a few weeks back, saying the season legs still have to kick in. He's at 41% from 3 over the last 6 games. Is he starting to really capture that rhythm and turn things around when it comes to his efficiency?
I think so. I really think so. I think it wasn't like he was bad to start. It wasn't like he was getting bad shots or anything. I think, one thing I can point to is to start the season, if maybe even a little bit of late, it feels like the floaters have always been a little bit short. Like he just short-armed them a little bit. Maybe that little bit of that is legs. Maybe a little bit of that is, defenses. But the three-point shot, like you mentioned, he's really getting them up. He's shooting at a much higher clip right now than he was to start the year. And I think that when you look at his overall impact, it's undeniable. But once that three-point shot goes down, once the efficiency kicks in, that's just a whole different ballgame. I think whenever you see him actually start making those shots, because he's capable of it. I mean, he's shooting, 32% from 3, I think, before this last hot stretch. So
yeah,
it's only a matter of time that those shots are going to go down. And if he continues playing at this high level, the Clippers are going to be just a much, much more difficult team to handle. Because they have a positive record with him being pretty poor offensively, efficiency-wise.
Yeah, I'm hoping he can find it before Kawhi comes back. I do think when Kawhi is back, that will make a big difference. I think you asked Coach Lou about Kawhi Leonard earlier today, pregame. Was that you, Tomer? Asking for a little bit of an update?
Yeah, I was just curious. They've played a month and change now without Kawhi, and I was wondering if, if this was the plan just the whole time. Did they plan not to have him the whole time? And Ty said no, but he also said this team has handled it pretty well. I don't think they're in a wait and see approach with Kawhi like the rest of the guys are just waiting for him to come back. They're out there to get the job done. Everyone in that locker room believes they can win every game. They know, it's the margin for error is much smaller without Kawhi, but it's a very confident group. A lot of tough nosed guys who believe they can win every game. And so, whenever they do get him back, they're going to back. Um, but yeah, I was just curious to see, if they expected to have this first month without Kawhi to begin with, and Ty, said no. He did expect to have him, but stuff happens. And
I thought that was a really smart question because it shows that maybe he hasn't progressed as fast as they would have liked, given the expectations coming into this season.
Yeah, that was really my thinking. Is for a while we thought in the offseason he's going to be ready for training camp. We expect to be ready for training camp, and then training camp gets here and he's not participating, but they expect to be ready for opening day, and then opening day gets here and he's not doing anything. So it's a bit of mixed messaging and maybe setbacks or maybe just not full truth. I don't know, but the point is that I think they're holding the fort down until Kawhi is ready, and the biggest thing is obviously his health. And if he's able to come back to close the year, you'd much rather have that than him starting the year healthy and then not being able to close it. So if this ends with him coming back in, I don't know, January, and they're able to close out the season, I think everyone will be happy with that outcome.
Clippers start 12-9 without their best player. Tonight they take on the best player in the league, and Nikola Jokic here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off is 19 minutes away. He's Tomer Azarly. He covers the Clippers for Clutch Points. Follow him at TOMERAZARLY on Twitter and Blue Sky.
And Instagram and Threads.
And the other stuff. MySpace. Yes. He's got a top 8
I've got
there.
a MySpace. I still have the song playing on my profile page. I
used to have like the Microsoft Paint thing where anybody could come onto your page and draw something. Of course, they'd draw something horrible and disgusting. But, that was a different time, mid-2000s. Tomer, thanks for doing this here in 2024.
Wow.
What?
MySpace, what a drop. I'm just thinking back to the MySpace days. You had to pick your top friends list and put them on the page there, and a lot of pressure.
A lot of relationships were ruined by MySpace.
Yeah. Good times.
Tomer, thanks for doing this tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Coming up next, we got your NBA out-of-town scoreboard right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. No one said Coffee is out. He's going to be out of the starting lineup, we expect. Because he was in the starting lineup because Powell is out. That makes sense, right? Ooh, Cleveland beat Boston. Returned the favor. And the Cavs are good. Jordan could get more minutes, but I think Bones is going to get a shot tonight. Oh, Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome. As both teams just ran out onto the court for warm-ups. I'm at a Moslin. Tip-off is just 16 minutes away. Coming up, we got Carlo Jimenez. But first, let's get to an NBA out-of-town scoreboard. As your drive around the league is brought to you by Toyota's electrified lineup, including hybrids, plug-in hybrids, all electrics, and even fuel cell electric vehicles. You can choose exactly the type you need for your lifestyle. We make it easy. Earlier, the Houston Rockets, who are surging, won 119 to 116 over the Oklahoma City Thunder in Houston. Fred VanVleet had 38 in the victory, SGA with 32 in defeat. The Raptors would take down the Heat 119 to 116. RJ Barrett is having a heck of a season, his first full season as a member of the Toronto Raptors. He is averaging, well, I think about 26 per game, but he got 37 tonight in their three-point win over Miami. Tyler Hero with 31 in defeat. The Knicks would beat up on the Pelicans 118 to 85. Mikal Bridges had 31 points in the victory, and a big battle between the two top teams in the East went to the Cleveland Cavaliers as they would win at home 115 to 111 over the Boston Celtics. Donovan Mitchell, Spida, had 35 to Jason Tatum's 33, and they won by 4. Cavaliers over the Celtics, returning the favor as Boston handed them their first loss of the season. And one more for you. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Up in Sacktown, Kings up 49 to 40 on the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan with 12 points, and they aren't even at the half yet. Kings by 9. Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets. Tip-off is just about 14 minutes away. I'm Adam Osland, and up next, your radio voice of the Clippers and Carlo Jimenez right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Yeah, the Pelicans are a mess. Where's my bag, yo? He's up for yogurt balls.
Yogurt balls. Can I try one? Actually, I don't want to try one. No, they're probably got milk in there.
Man, spread the wealth.
Jake wants one, though. What? Wait, is the outside covered in yogurt or the inside? Outside? What?
You really want some, Jake?
You can be a designated driver and receive a free non-alcoholic beverage? Adam, that's all you, dog.
What is it?
Yeah.
If you sign up to be a designated driver, you get free non-alcoholic beverage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. Tip-off is just about 12 minutes away. Coming up, your keys to victory. But first, back to Carlo Jimenez. So, Carlo, you talked about this with B. Shaw. You alerted me of this number. But the Denver Nuggets are truly a second-half squad. Give the people the data.
Adam, they are the second worst team in the NBA in the first half, and the best team in the second half, if you use net rating, which most people would use, which is the average of your offensive and defensive rating, as how good of a team you are. Denver is so good in second halves, mainly because they refuse to go deeper into their bench in second halves. In the first half, they will play more of their bench guys as the game goes on. But in second halves, it's a lot of Nikola Jokic, and that leads to a lot of success.
We got Russell Westbrook back in the house for the first time back in LA against the Clippers, now wearing a Denver Nuggets uniform. How would you sum up his time as a Clipper? We know we're getting the tribute video coming up a little bit, maybe after the first time out here.
Yeah, I think as Ty Lue put it pregame, look, he was a big part of their season when he first came over. Paul George goes out with an injury. And even in that playoff series in Phoenix, I mean, a real energizer for this group, was aggressive on the glass, pushing the ball in transition. So good for them on both ends. And then you get to the next year, and the Clippers had a role carved out with him, and then James Harden comes over. There's all this shuffling. I thought, though, Adam, their Clippers on the defensive side, he was excellent. When he was taking advantage of those one-on-one opportunities, when he was in the dunker with James Harden driving the lane, he was truly somebody who in his time here gave 100% of the effort. It was a fan favorite among the Clipper faithful. Happy to see him move over to Denver, in which, he says he's playing more of his role as that point guard. We know the Clippers had a couple of point guards over there in LA. So excited for his success. Hopefully the Clippers come away with a win today. But I think I call back to what Ty Lue said. That first year he came over, he really changed things for this Clipper team.
What do you think Aaron Gordon can provide in his first game back with just the dynamic of what they do on offense and what the Clippers have to be aware of now with him back out on the court?
I'm really excited because Aaron Gordon's coming back, Adam. And as we know in the past, when Kawhi Leonard's been healthy, for one reason or another, Aaron Gordon's size and physicality has bothered Kawhi Leonard, who doesn't get bothered by anybody. But Aaron Gordon is an excellent defender. And then the Clippers get Norman Powell back, who is one of the best scorers in the NBA right now, especially from outside the arc. So you have these two teams energized with these new players. For Aaron Gordon, a dimension of the lob underneath. I mean, that's what Jokic is looking for all the time. When he's looking for Aaron Gordon in the dunker spot, it's a big reason why the Nuggets paid Aaron Gordon $133 million this offseason, because he can catch lobs, he can get to the rim, and he can rebound the basketball. How much he's going to play, I think that's yet to be determined. But I think it adds a whole nother element to this offensive Denver that once he went out became Jokic-centric. Jamal Murray has still struggled to shoot the three ball this season. It has been all Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets. Post-game, he was asked at him, how close are they to getting back to championship form? And he said, quote, not close. This is a team that's far away from where they want to be, but Gordon gets them a step closer.
So I'm going with my player to watch on your Los Angeles Clippers, Big Zoo tonight.
Oh,
who do you got for the Clippers?
I like that. Big Zoo, for one reason or another. We mentioned Aaron Gordon plays Kawhi Leonard well. Ivica Zubac always plays Nikola Jokic very well. For me, can I go Norman Powell? Is that allowed?
No, it's not allowed.
Dang.
You could go with him. Do you think he's going to be on a minutes restriction?
I don't. I think Norman Powell is healthy. I think this is something that the Clippers have been ramping up for, and I think they know with their history that they're going to make sure a guy is 101% before they put him back on the floor. So I'm sure Norman Powell has been playing in some scrimmages, has been getting live action. He's always working with Sean Fine multiple times a day. I'm not worried about Norman Powell. I think he'll be huge for this Clipper team. But I just think the Clippers need that energy burst that he gives them to start games, especially with the way that Denver struggles in the first half. Now, the Nuggets do lead the NBA in 10-point comebacks this season. They have 6 of them. Nobody else in the NBA has 5. So they're used to coming from behind and winning from behind. But if the Clippers can build that mountain a little too tall with Norman Powell's offensive punch, I'm excited at their chances.
We know how good he was in Denver in the Clippers' second game of the season with those 37 points on just 21 shots. He outdueled Nikola Jokic down the stretch. Clippers back home hosting the Denver Nuggets tonight. Tip-off from Intuit Dome is just about 7 minutes away. Carlo Jimenez is on the call, and coming up next, we'll get your keys to victory right here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Yeah. Let's go. Come on, Clippers talk.
Damn. Yogurt ball? Jake, do you still not want a yogurt ball?
No, I did, but
What?
then
Do you really?
Then you were rude, so
Do you really?
I'm good.
I'll give you one.
I don't want one.
They're peach.
I definitely don't
They're
want one.
peach mango.
I'm good. You told me no. You're a man of your word.
I'm worried about this one tonight, guys. I gotta be honest. The return of Aaron Gordon. Katie Newton says the circle isn't in our favor. The little ESPN graphic of who's favored.
Check. 1, 2. Check. Yeah, that's a lot better. Thank you. Sorry about that, Jake.
I think it's loud.
What? Why am I not connected to the Wi-Fi? Oh.
Someone got kicked off the router. Clippers and Denver Nuggets tip off just minutes away. Let's get to your keys to victory. You got to try. It's not easy because he's averaging a triple-double so far this season, but make Nikola Jokic work and make him more one-dimensional. Last time out against the Clippers, he had 41 and 7 three-pointers in a loss, but he didn't have 15-plus assists. He wasn't getting everybody else involved at the same time and striking that perfect balance of knowing when to take over and when to get the others involved, as Shaq would say. If he's going to get his, you got to shut off the water for everybody else out there for the Denver Nuggets. Clippers, Nuggets, here at Intuit Dome. Tip-off coming up next. Carlo Jimenez is on the call, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
We're so back.